Look at him. He's just dickered. Just dickered, boys. Son of a bitch.
Yo, yo. Class A, and macro. Not connected, not elected to participate. Bouncing down the stems will make your head hurt.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Take Her Wide. This is episode 280. How was the weekend? Hopefully it was great. I had a really good weekend. This weekend was heavy MTL. Do a recap of that. Crazy show. That's all I can really say. If this is your first time to the show, let me bang out some sponsors really quick. These people get the show to you. They help me out, and they make really good products. So listen and support, follow, do all that shit that you know what to do. Anyways, this is first one is Brewed Biscuits, the all-natural spent grain pet treats. Spent grains are the oats and barley that have been steeped in hot water to remove sugars, and the sugar water is called the wort, and that's what brewers use. This company has been able to turn these spent grains into healthy pet treats. Good for puppies to old dogs. They're slow baked in a commercial kitchen. They don't have any alcohol or corn or salt or sugar or additives or preservatives. Super, super natural treats, and they're delicious. My dog loves them. Go to twospentgrains.ca and you can find out how to order them there. They're affordable. They're really good, and the owners are super, super nice. So this fresh, simple, local treats. Buy some for your pet. Next, we have Heartbeat Hot Sauce. If you love hot sauce, you're going to love Heartbeat Hot Sauce. They're from Thunder Bay. They were on season 6 of Hot Ones. A lot of you know who they are. You can order online. You can go to heartbeathotsauce.com, and you can also see where they're selling them across Canada, I think into the States and Europe. Al's no slouch, and everything about the business is amazing. So get on board, find them on Instagram, and order yourself some hot sauce. Next, we have Kevin Rigo of Hefner Toyota. Kevin is a car salesman. He's a good friend of mine. One of my oldest friends here in Cambridge. And he's an honest guy. He's a loyal friend. And I think if you went to him to buy your next car, it would be a really enjoyable experience. So Kevin always supported the DIY and still does. And obviously because he's got ads on the show. You can find him at 3121 King Street East in Kitchener. He's at Hefner Toyota. Find him on Facebook, mention the show, and get special pricing on new vehicles. All love to Kevin, for real. Next, we have Ironclad Graphics. They're a custom screen printing shop in Kingston, and they specialize in apparel printing. If you're a band or a label or a tattoo shop or craft brewery or whatever, they can print and make anything you need merch-wise, basically. You can go to ironcladgraphics.com, and all the information's there. They did my shirts. They've done my pins, my patches. They've done stickers. Julian and company have been doing it for a long time. So they ship coast to coast, and they're competitive with their price. So hit them up, ironcladgraphics.com. And lastly, we have Wellington Brewery, Canada's oldest independently owned microbrewery. They provide the beers. The Hell's Lager I've been sipping on. Upside IPA is great. SPAs are delicious. It's really cool. They're on board with this. So all the sponsors, you can find them on Instagram. You can find them on their homepages. On my homepage, takerwide.com, everything's there. Support them. They support me, so make it reciprocal. So for this episode, I'm speaking to Brian, and I'm going to say his last name wrong, Sepanzyk. Yeah, I should first off ask him how to pronounce it. But Brian plays in Waingro. He's the guitar player, singer, I believe. I don't want to say that incorrectly, but we'll clear all this up. But yeah, their new record's coming out in the fall, and fucking crushes, man, Waingro. Nolist is putting it out. Sludge Lord Records are also doing it. I think that in the UK. And yeah, these guys are just a fucking stellar band. So it's going to be fun to talk about the record and the making of it and all that shit. So this is that episode, 280. Brian.
Good. I'm just at the jam space.
Cool. Nice jam spot. Do you have a beer?
Yeah. What's up?
Do you got a beer?
I do. Let me just crank the volume. Okay, we're cranked.
Hello.
Yeah, we've had the space for a while. It's like big room and
nice. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. How you doing?
It's good, man. What are you drinking?
This is a brewery that's just next door, Strathcona.
Nice.
It's called All That and Then Some Pale Ale.
Whatever.
Pretty good.
A good beer. Cool.
It's doing the job, yeah.
Yeah, my buddies did a beer test thing once where they had like a bunch of different kinds and then they would rate them. And it would be interesting to do that so that I would kind of know what I'm talking about when I'm like, yeah, I actually like this type or that type of beer.
Yeah, totally. I don't know. I just this whole craft beer thing. If that's just like the latest fad, I'm totally down.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's like keep making delicious beer. Great.
Yeah. Even in my little like cookie cutter city off the highway, there's like 6 breweries. It's like, what the fuck, man. Brilliant. Yeah. But
what do you got going on?
What do I got going on? I have a Hell's Lager, Wellington Brewery.
Sweet.
Just like a nice light lager. It's delicious.
Wonderful.
Well, Brian, do we like? This is embarrassing, but like I've been out to Van a few times. Have we played before together? Like or not?
I don't think we haven't played. I've seen you guys though.
Okay.
You played the Astoria maybe with a Nyan? No.
Could be. I'm pretty.
I can't remember who else. Yeah, I can't remember who else was playing, but you guys melted everyone's faces. It was great.
Was there? Thanks. Was there a band called like Bear Arms or Bear Claws or something? It doesn't matter. It was a while ago.
Could have been.
That's the thing. Like we're at the point where like we're all like I know Benji because he used to play with Mongoose and he's you know, and then like Steve like with the Nyan, like we're like 1 or 2 people away from like knowing each other. So I was thinking like, do I know Brian or not?
I think, yeah, we might have met. I'm sure we probably met at the show because Steve's my bro and he loves you guys and Benji and
whatever. This is our.
Let's say yes. Anyways, I feel like we're best friends. So.
Yeah, we're now like best friends. Yeah, basically. Yeah, it'll be fun to like kind of get to know you, man. Like the fucking new track is so crushing. It's so stoked. It's a thing where like so many of our buddies and like I'm pretty hip to the Toronto scene with who's doing what. And you know, I know that you guys have been a band for so long, but it's just like I never actually sat down to really take it in. And it's just like, of course this fucking rips, you know, like
thanks, man.
Yeah. Oh god. Super sick, man. It's going to be in the fall, right? With Lee and Sludge Lord.
Yeah. Well, actually it's good. Well, August is when we'll do like the full digital and then we're doing Sludge Lord in Europe. So the vinyl is going to be available in August on the 15th when digital is available. Just because Sludge Lord's got something else scheduled for September, so they didn't want to stack too many.
Okay. And
then we're going to wait for North America vinyl when for our release show on September 13th.
Cool. Fucking rights, man. What like are you guys I hate doing this where it's like I wish I was there and not recording because we could actually have like the best conversation about this, but the fact that it's like recording fucks it up. But whatever. Are you guys like gonna do like a ton of touring and shit? Are you guys like able to do that with jobs and stuff?
We got. I mean, that's it's the plight of the musician these days, where you know, as you get older, we all kind of have decent jobs, so getting time off is how it goes. It's tricky. But for us, I mean, especially Vancouver, we're kind of isolated. So like we want to go do a tour, you still have to take time off, even if it's going to play 3 shows.
Yeah. You
got Kelowna, like Calgary, Edmonton, it's a big trek. It's a lot of gas money. You can risk it in the wintertime, but like if that one highway's shitty, you're stuck, so you're limited. But we got to just work on our visas so we can hit the West Coast because that makes the most sense.
Yeah. Have you done the States before?
No, not yet.
And
we want to do it legit. We don't want to fuck around. So
word. I was gonna say like some people will do it illegally, but I've never been that guy. I just don't want to risk it. Yeah,
same here. Like it's not worth it to us at this point. I'd rather go with everything ready. And if they're like, sorry, man, Trump doesn't want any more bands, we'll be like, yeah, we get it. But as opposed to sneaking down, because it's like I still like going down there and hanging out. I don't want to get banned for fucking sneaking some shirts down or something. So. Yeah.
No,
and then like the whole thing too illegally is like you got to find someone who's gonna hook you up with all the gear, or you rent, and it's just I don't know. You got logistically it's a nightmare, as you know. Anyway,
it is. But I think like you guys, like, would you say you do well considering you don't tour a ton? Because didn't you guys like sell out of the last vinyl,
Yeah. We sold the first 2 actually. We sold out of that just kind of on our own, which is
awesome.
Totally. I mean, we didn't do a huge run. It's like still 250 each, but I
Still
mean,
a lot.
for us, so like 500 records. That's like, holy fuck, that's amazing to us. So yeah, we feel very fortunate because you're right. We don't hit the road as much as we should.
Well, could or can, I think it's like to
Well,
say
yeah.
should. I don't know.
Yeah, you know how it goes, and it's tough. I mean, you got a family, and it's like, you know, as you get older, not that either of us are old, but you know, it's like, hey, I'm gonna take 2 weeks off and go, you know, tour with my friends, and your wife's like, oh, cool, when are we gonna go? It's like, well, I can't because I'm touring.
Yeah, I know, man.
That goes over really well.
I know, man. I know. Well, that's still dope though. Like to I feel like to have that balance of a good job and you're not like struggling and you can still release good music that people buy. Like that's like a fucking win-win. And you don't have to tour your dick off. That's fucking awesome.
Totally, man. Like, there's definitely no complaints. As much as we'd love to, you know, again, hit the road and play more shows, we're very fortunate here. We got some really cool. I mean, Vancouver's got wicked shows, and there's some really great promoters,
man,
that have been handed us some really awesome shit, and that's helped a ton. So
how was that? What you guys just did? Pig Destroyer. You've done like I was going through, and it's like all these sick bands, like I Hate God, and who else? Sumac, and like yeah, you guys are like getting pretty hooked up. It's awesome.
Oh man, it's like honestly, so many bucket list things have been checked off. Like yeah, like you know, I Hate God, Fu Manchu. For us, we were like, what the fuck? Okay, like that was huge, you know. Yeah, Sumac Baptist, those guys are just they fucking slay. That Pig Destroyer show was nuts. It was like they were fucking incredible.
I've never
and it was one of those shows. It was sort of cut you off.
No, go ahead.
It was it was just really cool because it's kind of, to me, it displayed kind of what Vancouver is, like how special it is, because it was a Sunday night, Pig Destroyer, or was it Sunday? I can't remember. Friday. It doesn't matter. But it was, I think it was almost sold out at the Rickshaw, which is like 600 people.
Fuck.
For fucking Pig Destroyer. It was like the most brutal shit. And it's a fucking packed house. It was like, I love this. This is the best.
And like when you guys play that and experience that, and you're looking out, that's the thing that surprises me sometimes. Like the pull, or maybe it's the promoter, but it's like sometimes like, who are all these people? Like, how are this many? I didn't know there was this many people into this stuff here.
That's it for sure. It's like, I don't know. That's pretty extreme. I mean, granted, they've been around for a while, and people like they're fucking great. But it was surprising for sure. It was just like, oh man, it was just cool. Like Baptist, they really filled up for when Baptists were playing. They played right before them. It was just like, fuck. It looked like they were playing stadiums. It was just like, fuck yeah.
Fuck man.
They deserve. It was great.
So I was watching some videos that you like there's one, and Steve's in it, and he's like kind of an asshole, and he shoots himself. So like watching that, and it's like, oh, there's fucking Keegan, and like, you know, like you guys, and it makes me, because I live in Cambridge, which is an hour out of Toronto.
Yeah.
But it made me really miss, and I've never really experienced it outside of Cambridge, but the scene. I know the scene, and I dip into, we all do, like we play a show somewhere else, you dip into the scene, but fuck, Vancouver seems so tight. Like, I don't know.
It is. It's I don't know. I think for me, like I moved here 2008 from Alberta.
What part of Alberta?
Which is cool. Edmonton.
Okay.
Yeah, so I grew up in Edmonton. So I moved out here. I mean, for me, Alberta wasn't working out. It was kind of stifling for me personally. I mean, there's a ton of great bands there, but yeah, I just was really like, oh fuck, this is not working at all. And then when I got to Vancouver, it was just, I mean, I met Benji the first night I was there. My brother's like, we're going to this guy Benji's house. I was like, okay, and it was like, okay, yeah, sign me up.
Best dude.
Fuck, this is the best. And then there's just, there's so many good dudes. Everyone's down to support each other. Yeah, and it is tight. I think because Vancouver is such a small, big city, like there's nowhere to grow except out, you know, from the water. So like when we're all in Vancouver proper, it's just, you're kind of on top of each other, and you're all in the same jam spots, and
it's awesome,
great.
Man. It's such a I feel that I feel fortunate to be part of the cool kids club, because like that's kind of what it feels like. It's like a club, right, of like musicians, and I think maybe some of us, who knows, but I wonder what if we sat down and asked everybody in the scene, like, were you kind of like a dork in high school or kind of like an outcast? I would think that most would say like, yeah,
Oh, I mean,
I don't know.
It was interesting, especially Alberta, right? Like I lucked out because I was kind of friends with the jocks, and I mean, I fucking was into just heavy music, and while everyone else was playing hockey, but maybe I was a good couple of years. I lucked out. It was pretty tolerable. I could kind of play both sides if there kind of was, but everyone was pretty down with each other. That whole like jocks versus skids kind of that was more my brother's age.
How old are you, dude?
I'm 36.
Oh, same. 83. Or wait,
I'm late 82.
Oh, okay. It's still cool. Still cool. But yeah,
my brother, he's 3 years older, and those guys like him and Sean McGuire, who we play lots with, it sounds like they had a way more like fucking jocks and fucking skate. And it was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really experience that either, but there were very few of us that were into the heavy sort of stuff, and like, but just I don't know. I know there are other scenes of not even music, but adults who have hobbies that do shit together. But I really think, and I talk about this a lot, where it's just like it's a special thing because it's like everyone's playing show and tell, and it's super. It's fun, but it is like this is my thing I made, and I'm playing it for you, and it's
super personal.
Yeah,
it's one of those. It's a super fun hobby, but also you're putting yourself out there a ton, right? So it's like, it's a full on hobby, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's it's cool. I find a lot of people even now, like, I still think 36 is pretty young, but I'm sure other people are like, holy fuck, 36. But yeah, I think it's just kind of how you present it too. It's like, I just played a band. It's fucking awesome. And
yeah,
I think it's how you kind of project it too in conversations. And if people are uptight about it, it's like, all right, cool. Well, just doing my thing.
Do you feel this too where, well, I always have to the whole world is through my filter, but it's not a big deal now. Some people are like, oh, you're playing a show. And it's kind of like, oh, I don't even think it's just a thing I do. Like, it's not that it's lost its allure. It is still super special, but it's so common now to like play to 600 people is probably just like, oh yeah, it was just another gig kind of thing. Maybe you guys did in 600, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, there was definitely not that many when we opened. It was still great though. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I still get reminded like at work whenever, they're like, what are you doing tonight? 'Cause I don't broadcast it too much at work. You know how that kind of goes where I work in an office. And, like, oh, I'm playing a show tonight. They're like, oh, like, you playing a band? I'm like, yeah. It's like, oh, fuck, that's cool. Like,
yeah.
People come and watch you. I'm like, it's pretty fun. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where are you playing? It's like, I don't know, the Rickshaw. They hold like a fucking shitload of people. So that's gonna be, almost sold out. And people are still like, oh my god, like that's really fucking cool. So I still get that a lot. But, yeah, I guess.
I don't even know if I had a question. Yeah, it's more just like, I do this a lot where I feel like I'm asking a question and then I realize like, I don't think I even asked any sort of like, hey, what is your thought on this? It's more of a commentary on it.
No, it's cool. It's more like a conversation. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. It never loses its allure, but yeah, I still think it's cool but it is fun to get reminded sometimes too. So you're like, oh, sometimes this is gonna not to sound shitty or like I don't appreciate it, but you're like, fuck, you gotta load in, you gotta be here at this time. You're like, ugh.
Well,
but you're like, wait, and then people are like, man, go play fucking, that's awesome. Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, you do it for so long that it does lose some of the honeymoon stage type shit. Like even like a vinyl, it's like our first vinyl, and now it's like it's still exciting, but it has lost that like, oh, the first. It's kind of commonplace.
Yeah. Always chasing that first one.
Did you ever when you were a kid? Yeah, when you were a kid, like when did you start playing, and what was your sort of perception of what it was like to be in a band?
My brother and I started pretty young. Like it was elementary.
Oh.
We started on piano, and it was like, yeah, we loved music and stuff, and it was cool. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna play it. Like the coolest thing we learned was like the Cheers theme. We tried to play that. We're like, okay, that's neat. But then my cousin, we bought like a shitty old acoustic offering for like $100, and then we just like would fight over playing that. And then we just, it was. I think back to that, it was really cool because come home from like I couldn't wait to get home from school and just fucking practice for 3 hours. Like put on a CD, play along to my favorite albums. Like think about that now. It's like, fuck, you gotta practice shit.
No doubt, man.
Like that was cool. That was fun. Like it was fun to have that hobby where it was just like dive in head first. I can't fucking wait to get home. I'll talk to you guys in 3 hours. I'm gonna go lock myself in my basement. And then we got into bands. Like I learned a shit ton from my brother. Like you know, I hate to admit it, cooler older brother. You know, look up to him. Steve fucking rules. He's always been the coolest of us. But he started with bands in high school, and he had a pretty successful band.
Which band?
So they were called Indifferent.
Indifferent.
I mean, big in.
Yeah, I was
St.
like,
Albert,
oh
Edmonton.
shit! Like, okay, yeah, go ahead.
No, like, like to us in like junior high, we're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Different. Like we put on these community hall shows. That's probably where we saw it. We had St. Albert Community Hall in Edmonton, St. Albert, and we'd pack it with fucking kids. You know, everyone's getting hammered, and we just have all these local bands play, and like Indifferent would headline, and it was like a proper fucking show, and it was like the thing we're looking forward to for months. And that's, you know, we were always into music and watching much music and all the live shit. So we always wanted to do it. But then once I started like seeing my brother do it, it was like, oh, fuck. Sign me up. Let's go.
Hell yeah. So you weren't in Indifferent?
No, I did get to sing one show with him though.
Oh,
Steve
shit.
was so fucking mad. He was like, nope. The singer broke his jaw. He goes,
what? How?
He was lipping someone off or something, and some bouncer, like, I think he one punched him, and they named their next album One Punch. So he broke his jaw. So I got to like, they're like, all right, you're up, kid. And I was like, holy fuck. Of course, that was the one show no one came to, but
Oh fuck.
it was still fun.
Yeah. Well, and did you have this sort of plan of like, all right, I'm going to start a band and we're going to make a demo and we're going to go on tour and then we're going to be on much? Like, did you have like a this to this to this, or did you even like think like that?
I didn't even really know, like, because Indifferent really didn't tour, you know, like they played shows in Edmonton. And that's kind of what we did. We would start in St. Albert and then we would try and play shows in Edmonton. And that was kind of like the big thing at the time. And I mean, I was playing bands with kind of, you know, eventually with guys that were older than me. So, you know, they picked me up from high school and I would have to sneak in the back door to fucking play a show. So, I mean, that to me, I was like, this is it. This is awesome.
Yeah, I made it.
But I didn't really figure out touring till, you know, later in life. And I wasn't sure too, because I really didn't have like a band until really I got to Vancouver since I was in high school. It was a really weird kind of
just
time because I wasn't jiving with anybody. Like we couldn't find any common ground, and
okay.
It was just weird. It was a weird stifling time. It was like 8 years or something, or I was just like, ugh.
And this was back home in Edmonton, or this is when you moved?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, back home. As soon as I moved here, I met Benji. My brother took me to Benji's house, and then I met the guys who we started Party in the Mood Tower.
Okay.
That band, which was more of like a kind of a pop punk band. They wanted to start it as a joke, and then we all just started doing this pop punk thing as a joke, and we're like, oh, this is actually really fun. And I'd never done that. And then it kind of turned into a more aggressive thing, and then that did its thing. And, you know, eventually I was like, fuck, I just got to scream into a mic for a while. So and we just, I don't know, through that we just met so many people. Like as soon as I got here, there was a band. I was like, fuck yeah, we're playing shows. And then from there it led to other bands. You know, I met Nick Yakishin, and it's like, holy fuck, like,
buddy,
that's life-changing in itself.
Why do you think it was that way, Edmonton and Vancouver? Like such a stark difference. Like I guess maybe your older brother had a foot in the door with the right people, I guess, or
totally, yeah. Like I mean, they had a head start. I was super lucky, right? Like Steve had been living here for a while, and same with Sean McGuire, who he went to school with my brother, and I knew since I was a kid. So I was told, like, yeah, I totally lucked out. When I got here, there was already a base of friends that they kind of scouted out, I guess. And then as soon as you got in, like, there's a one place. Did you ever play the Media Club or go to the Media Club in Vancouver?
Yes, yeah. I think. Do you know Johnny Wildcat? I think he used to do sound there. The Media Club.
Yeah, he does. He does sound at the Rickshaw, and every time he's there, we're like, John, hey, he's the fucking best. Yeah.
Okay. I think I have maybe, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, like that was kind of for me anyways, that was like the epicenter. Our friend Lanny was running the place, and she would bring like, she was the shit. She connected everybody. It was this wicked party spot, and tons of bands would play, and that's just where everybody met, and so many projects started. And then it was from there, it just kind of exploded, and was just like, there was never a time like, do you want to start a band? Nothing was stopping you. It was just like, hey, you want to? Yeah, okay, all right, you guys too. Like at one point, I think we all had like 4 bands on the go, and we're like, this is dumb.
What was the
fun? But
fun, yeah. Spreading yourself thin. What was the name of that band? I think Benji was in. It was 4 drummers, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, we did. It was called Rotting Hills.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was Nick Yakishin, Benji on drums, myself, Sean McGuire, and at one point Al Boyle was on drums. He was in it for the beginning for a little bit, but yeah, it was cool, man. Like 4 drummers.
that sounds like a drunk night. Like, let's fucking start a band with 4 drummers. No, it's like, let's do 2 drummers and then like fuck it 3 and then get 5 or whatever.
Yeah, totally. It was almost so ridiculous at first. We were just like, yeah, okay, if like those guys were down, because I mean, if you're gonna sit next to Benji and Nick Action and try play drums, I was like, hey, if you guys are down, if you got the patience, I'm fucking in. Yeah, it was cool. It turned into Gord, who started it all, God bless him. He just wanted, he was dead serious. He's like, we were in a band called Inhaler, and everyone in the band played drums, and he was like, what? He's like, you guys all play drums? He's like, we're gonna start a band where you guys are all playing drums. I got some doom shit, and we're like, okay, cool. But we kind of thought it was a joke at first, and then he came with these amazing songs, and it just morphed into this crazy awesome thing. That was fucking tons of fun.
So with Waingro, like the first record was in the 2014, I think, right? So like so I guess kind of how did that start? Just to hang, and you and Benji were like, let's fucking do it, or like, I don't know the story.
It was just kind of Inhaler was kind of done, and then Rotting Hills was kind of, Rotting Hills was tough because it was like, we got to get, at one point I think there was like 8 people involved, so it was pretty like, okay, if we're gonna do this, it's months of rehearsing because everyone's gonna be down. So it was kind of one of those in between periods where I didn't have much going on, and I really wanted to just do, like, I loved Queens of the Stone Age, Fu Manchu. I just wanted to do some, I just had to kind of get that. I was like, it'd be fun just to do some, like, get Benji on the drums and just play straight ahead shit and just see where this goes. And that's kind of how it started, and it was just so much fun as soon as we started playing. We're like, oh fuck, okay. It was just one of those happy accidents, kind of like, like, just throwing out some riffs. You want to try it out? And Benji's like, dude, yeah. And it just like, when you get in a room and it just fucking clicks.
Fuck, man, that's so sick. Are you still like writing kind of from the viewpoint of Waingro? Like I was reading a Beat Route thing, and that kind of came up, and I thought that's like super fun. Where like I don't know how much of your stuff is kind of filtered through that character, or like how much of it is like super personal lyrics that you're writing. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know what? Like, it's pretty much all written from like that character as like, a kickoff point in like certain situations that were before the movie that he might have got into. I don't know. I found it just kind of a fun place to go. Like for me, like there's nothing wrong with like getting super personal with your music. Just like for us, I don't know, like we're not that we have it like super good. We're 3 pretty happy dudes. It's not like we're fucking super angry. I kind of just like, when I get stoked, I like to yell. So it's like, for me, it's like, well, what am I saying? What am I yelling about? It's like, I don't like, I really kind of, maybe it's just the way that I like to write, because it's more of like, even for maybe like a filmmaker aspect, it's like you write scenarios that way, which I think are way more interesting than me trying to say, I don't know, not that I don't have much to say, just not in this medium or with this band really, right? Like I really wanted to be fun. I just wanted to, like, you could walk in, you can understand the riffs. Like I wanted it, like if someone walked into the Astoria and just heard us, they'd be like, oh, okay, got it. They could just latch on it. I don't know. I just wanted it to be fun. And that's just kind of our style, you know, like,
Man, I think that when a band isn't overly up their own ass with being artists and are capable musicians, and that comes together, like, that is some of the best music, I think, because it is like, it makes you feel good. Like even in, like, I haven't seen you guys live, but in listening to the stuff and kind of like knowing a little bit of the backstory, it is like fucking feel good, like kind of party, let loose stuff, which is great.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I want to feel good. Why not? Like, and if it's kind of heavy vibe music stuff like that, for sure. If I want to be bummed out, I'll listen to something. But if I want to, you know, kind of let it rip,
for sure. Yeah, and I think that's a totally legit way to come from. You know, I'm sure there's purists out there who'll be like, "Fuck you, man. You got, you know, say something." It's like, okay, cool. There's lots of people doing that.
Yeah.
For me, this is what I get stoked about, and it's like, yeah, writing lyrics can be tricky. I don't, you know, it's like sometimes it can be kind of a slog. You know, you're like, fuck, what am I saying? I don't really want something to say. I just want to fucking get up there. Think about heavy music for me. Yeah, when I get stoked, I yell. Like, I fucking love screaming lyrics. Like, put on Soundgarden, let's get hammered. I mean, try to hit Soundgarden.
Yeah.
But I love feeling like playing guitar, and when you're screaming and I'm super stoked, like it's your whole like essence of your
I get it.
self, right? You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just feel it in your gut, like it is.
Man,
I don't know.
I know that feeling, and the music I play is more, I feel like, not that your music isn't serious, but it's like ours is a little like not it's like emotional and stuff, and it's hard to hit that sort of vibe you're talking about when you're like I can play really angry and stuff, but it's kind of a negative energy that like is coming out, and I'll get like kind of mad, which is fine or whatever, but I don't think I hit those moments as often as maybe you do. I honestly don't think I do, because I can at least say, like, when I was playing with the Mongoose guys, that's really fun party music, and that was like, I was hitting more of that, just like this. Like, I'm stoked. I'm so stoked. Versus like, oh, I'm really angry and emotional right now.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's like, it's thinking about that question. It's like, what am I writing? What am I saying? It's like, fuck, you know, it's from a place that's like, I like the lyrics I'm coming up with. I like, you know, the phrasing. I like what I'm saying. You know, even though if it's like a fictitious character, I don't know. For us, it's more truthful to us that way. You know what I mean? It's like, we're all not super, I don't know, this just isn't the band for that, like, emotional connection. It's just like, put on our shit, let's play as hard as we can, and then want that energy to get to the audience and the listener, and just hope you connect that way.
I think it's just what it is you guys are an honest band, and there's a lot of dishonest bands who are trying to be moody, and like, I don't mean to shit on people, but there are
for sure,
you know, two sides of it. There's real and fake, and like, you know, heavy and soft or whatever, but like, I think that's kind of hard to do, to be an honest band, to be like, what's the best version of us, and then kind of like make music straight for yourselves. Obviously you have people in mind, because you know people are going to hear it, but
for sure.
I wonder, man, like, if whoever's listening could ask themselves that, like, how honest is my band to who I am? I'm just blowing into my own mind right now. Not to get too deep, but I don't know. I like kind of talking about this shit.
No, man, but it's true. It's like, because I've thought about that. It's funny because, you know, people, I guess it's people who don't listen to heavy music, when they hear the band, they're like, whoa, like, super angry, like, holy fuck, man, like, I guess that's why you guys are always so happy, like, you get all your aggression on. It's like, I guess kind of, but like, honestly, it's like, we bike down the jam space, and then we just, you know, crack some beers. We're fucking stoked to see each other. Let's play some fucking good, like, hard rock, and just like fucking go for it. Like, we just love that. And I think, and then we don't take ourselves too seriously, and there's nothing wrong with that. And this band, that's kind of what it represents, is just us and our energy. It's that way, you know?
Well, and I think people latch onto that. I think that is part of a reason why you guys like sell records. Like, even a simple statement like that, like, people like the band probably for everything you're putting out there.
Yeah, I hope anyways. And it kind of feels that way. Like, yeah, when you sell a couple records at a show and people are like, dude, that's fucking great. Like, we're totally, I'm like, awesome. That's all you never ask for. And
I was talking to my buddy about this when like a stranger buys your music. It's like, oh, because our buddies, I love all my friends and I know that it's, supportive. But when a stranger does, it's like, whoa, you like my band, man. That's sick.
Or like, yeah, they're like, I came for the headliner, call you guys, give me some fucking merch. You're like, oh my God, okay, yeah. Fucking on top of the world.
Fuck
Sold a record and a shirt tonight.
I know, man. I remember just, first run of shirts or whatever, and like really being super stoked. Seeing someone with your shirt also, like in the street. It's like,
yes.
I'll get a message sometimes like, oh, I just saw a guy with your band shirt. And it's like, oh, that's in the real world. That's awesome.
That's the greatest feeling.
It's pretty cool.
It's so great. Yeah.
What do you guys like? Because it is a fun band, and you take it serious, obviously, because you are putting out music and doing it right. But like, I don't know, is it a thing like, we'll just see where this goes? Because you guys are getting older, and like, I don't know. It feels like you guys are in a good place to make this band be something that could last a long time, where you won't burn out. Maybe. You think that?
I mean, totally. That's kind of how the plan is. Like, there's not really a master plan. Honestly, it was just like, we really like playing music together. And that's the kind of the main thing. Like, we just get each other stoked. Like, you're like, this riff, Benji fucking, I could watch that guy play drums all day and just listen to what he does. And it does, it helps that he's also the fucking one of the best dudes in the world. And Nate, same thing. It's just like, I feel super fortunate to find people like that. I'm sure you feel the same way, right? When you find musicians and you're like, this is it. Like, whatever happens, I mean, this is hard to get, where it's like no drama. Just tons of laughs. And when we do go on the road, it's the funnest shit. Like,
oh man, I'm sure.
So that for us is just, that's what it's about. And if the shows pay for the trip, that's like, we're doing it. That's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You could do those trips like on your own, but if you get to play a gig and it pays for the gas, then fucking right.
Oh God, it's like, that's it. That's all we need.
What do you guys?
I think.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Sorry, I'll just finish that. I think that mentality for us too, like, we've done way more than we ever would have thought. You know what I mean? Like, Fu Manchu, we played with him twice. And just all the other bands we got to play with, it's incredible. Like, even that Pig Destroyer show, it's just afterwards, we always come back here, unload gear, and we just have a decompression, celebratory drinks. We're like, holy, like, what the fuck, man? This is... It's incredible, and you listen to bands growing up, and then you get to play with them. You're like, and you just chat with them after, and they're like, "Hey, good show." You're like, "Oh, okay, fuck, where am I?" I mean, if anything more comes out of this, then awesome.
I'm terrible at this. I cut people off all the time. Do you get nervous for those bigger gigs?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
For me especially, just because I don't know, like vocals. Man, that's a tough thing for me. It's the most unpredictable thing. Like, honestly, I feel like every time there's a show, I'm like, I'm either going to be able to do this or not. Sometimes it's like, who fucking knows? Your throat decides to do something weird. Mine anyways. And it's like gig roulette every time for me. So I'm always fucking like, oh God, until, like get on like stage and just do a quick sound check. I'm like, oh, thank God. Then. But I mean, once you're up there, then you just go for it no matter what. But yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know how it is for you. What do you think? Like,
I get nervous for sure.
Right? Of course. I think everybody does.
I wonder, man. I feel like some people don't. Maybe everyone does. I don't know. I do for sure. And like, I just thought, and I saw those shows. I'm like, fuck, like Pig Destroyer. And it's silly to say, but like, to compare myself to their drummer, to like Jarvis, is ridiculous. Like, we're two different human beings, but.
Yeah.
But there's the sort of like added pressure. Like, I just don't want to suck tonight.
Well, yeah. And I think that's the thing. I mean, the thing that we always fall back on is like, okay, we're playing with the incredible bands that people want to see. And, they have to sit through us for the opening. But our thing is we're just like, okay, well, we always fall back on the fact that, if you're fucking tight, people may not like you, but if you're solid, you come out, there's no bullshit, like you're just rock solid, like people recognize that. You know what I mean? Like I think that's helped a lot too. Like we like to jam a lot because there's so many good bands in Vancouver, and it really, I mean, it makes you kind of have to.
Word, totally.
Can't be a slouch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we love playing, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wonder if, I don't want to say if you don't get nervous anymore, is the excitement gone? Because that's kind of half the excitement too. I don't know.
I wonder. Oh man, I wonder, man. They're like to play. Everyone will have their own take on it, and like, who knows? Like maybe fucking Jarvis gets nervous. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Like I've never done a super long tour, so like I can't get into like the mindset of that. Like I know that you kind of, it's like you get into a certain rhythm.
Mm.
I don't know. I think everybody still feels it. You know, doesn't matter like who or what. Like, because everyone wants to put on a fucking good show, and if you don't want to, you don't want to do it anymore. So.
True. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Really, man. I want to ask about just the artwork because you guys had Cole do all three. And
our
yeah,
secret weapon,
man,
Cole.
Beautiful. He does all the layout too, or no?
Pardon me?
Does he do the layout too, or just like kind of the artwork, or he puts it all together?
He puts it all together. Like, I'll work with him and kind of come up with just like, here's what I'm thinking for a bass idea. Here's the color scheme. This is the kind of mood. Like the first one was like, wanted some 70s Vans colors, some little like that geometric shapes and all that. It's funny, like we come to him with pretty scarce info. We're like, make it cool. But he's the type of guy that you can go to him and be like, hey, I don't know, man, it just wanted to look cool. And he's like, okay, give me a couple days. And then you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He's honestly, his talent is unbelievable.
Word, totally,
He's such a talented guy. And yeah, he puts it all together. He does the whole layout, all of our work. It's, yeah.
Did you
we're lucky.
Did you toy with like, maybe we'll work with someone else, or if it's just like, if it's not broke,
no.
Or if it's not, yeah. What's the saying? If it's not broke,
don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just even like, I mean, I will always work with Cole for anything. You know what I mean? Like his eye is so great and he's so talented. He's just, I mean, why wouldn't you? Like why?
Yeah. Well, it's I feel like maybe even with Jesse, right, at the Rain City, like, he's amazing.
Same thing.
And yeah, like why the fuck not?
Yeah, that's the other thing. We are so fucking lucky to have Jesse in the recording studio, like that new one, Rain City, the space that moved to. I don't know if you've seen the new space.
No.
Oh,
I didn't see the old space. I just know that it exists.
Yeah, it's to have a guy with that kind of energy who every band, he records bands all the time, all over the world. Even local bands like us, he's fucking stoked. And it's not fake. Like, it's not coming from a place of like, don't smoke up your ass. He's just like, hey, what do we want to do? He wants to make the best record every fucking time. He puts in the effort. I don't know, like, you just feel that, like, you need that, right? Like, the guy behind the board who's micing all your shit, like, that's so, yeah. Another thing we're very fortunate to have, and the space that they have right now is incredible. You got to check it out next time you're in town. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, maybe when we're in town next, we'll stop in. Would love to see his spot.
Because you got in October.
Yeah, if that all works out, should
you have time?
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out then. We'll actually be able to like have an actual beer together or something that day.
That would be great.
Yeah. I'll come
That'd
see
be
you.
Awesome.
I'll come see your jam space. We'll start a band.
Hey, let's get another project going.
Yeah.
We'll jam by Skype.
Do you guys like, for when you demo stuff, do you have a go-to person that you like will be the first person to hear the new Waingro shit? Like, do you have people you trust for their opinion on your stuff?
Oh, you know what? I mean, obviously we'll show our friends and you hope it's good, but it's kind of, if we like it and we're super into it, that's kind of, we just go with it. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like, we'll show my brother, Nick, Sean, like McGuire, Nick Action, those guys, obviously, because they got a great ear, but it's honestly, it's kind of just with us, like, it's not ready. If we're not feeling some songs, we'll drop them. It's, how it's just, you jam songs for a while. And
yeah. There's some friends of mine who like wrote a bunch of songs and they weren't sure which ones to include on the record, so they like gave a few people a listen, like, what do you think and stuff like that. As far as tracks, did you guys have extra tracks that you got rid of for this record, or is this everything you guys wanted to put to record? Or?
It's everything. It's been cool. Every record so far has been that way, which is, I don't know. We've always been down, just like everything. I think it's because we prep pretty hard, and we kind of just we get the songs laid out before we kind of jam the whole record and feel it, and we just do iPhone recordings and listen to it all. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it usually all ends up there, which is really cool. Yeah. I mean, we would like to have bonus songs. That would be always cool, but
the secret track at the end of the CD.
Yeah.
Do you guys do
or you know
CDs?
what's like?
Huh.
Actually, yeah. Man, they still sell.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
People ask for them like almost like every show.
Yeah.
It blows my mind, and it's
I
great.
cut you off. What were you gonna say? I do that all the time.
Can't remember.
It's gone.
I don't think it was them.
That's okay.
It's gone.
What was I gonna say about the tracks? So like, you guys don't have unreleased tracks right now that you're sitting on. Like everything is basically out.
Yeah, it's all out there. I mean, we have songs. We want to record more, but money dictates that we'll wait.
Yeah. Well, I was looking, and in like 4 or 5 years, you guys have been busy. Everything has been a full length. Like 30, 40 songs or whatever. Like, well,
yeah,
it's a lot of output, man. It's a lot of output for sure.
And that's, I mean, I think that was another thing too, where it was just you meet the right guys and you get in a room and it just works. And then we just kept writing, and I don't know, we were just digging it all, and we were like, fuck yeah, let's just keep it going. Like,
fucking right.
To do the first 2 albums like back to back, year apart, was really fun, and it didn't feel forced. It was just like, we're ready, let's do it.
That's so awesome, man. It really cool. Tells that you guys are having fun with it, and not. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know how much longer you have. I don't want to keep you too long. But...
No, we're good, man.
Okay.
Well, I'm good till Benji comes in, and then he'll say hi.
Okay, cool. I want to talk about the commercial you guys did. The whole thinking behind it. It's the fucking. If no one's seen it, you have to like find it on YouTube. It's the best like album promo I've ever seen. The best.
That's awesome to hear. We had so much fun making that.
So ridiculous.
It was so ridiculous. It was so funny. Like, again, like my brother and I, it was like the same thing how we came up with the name Waingro. Like my brother and I just watching Heat when we were kids were like, fuck, Waingro, that'd be the best band name,
When you guys were kids, you were thinking that?
Yeah.
To name a band Waingro.
Yeah. We've had that queued up for a while, which is funny. But that came about like Steve and I were just sending each other YouTube clips of beer commercials. Nate, hi. Say hi. Hey.
Oh, hey, Nate. What's up, man?
Not much. How you doing?
We're doing a podcast. Good. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, man. You can come on.
Yeah. Thank you. You're on.
Yeah.
Is this live?
No. We're just doing it face to face, so I can. So it's just more personal. I hate the phone call thing because you don't know if the person you're talking to is like making angry faces and is annoyed with you with your stupid questions.
Totally.
I was just asking him. Yeah.
We were talking about. He's just asking about the beer commercial.
Oh yeah. It was a great day to shoot.
Oh, we had a lot of fun doing it.
Yes, we did.
But it was Steve and I. We were sending each other like like Schlitz beer commercials from the 80s, and like we were just like, fuck yes. And then I was like, wait a sec, why hasn't anyone like tried to redo one of these? I'm sure someone has. If not, that'd be crazy. But I was like, there it is. That's the fucking promo.
Oh my god,
do
man!
Full country song. Go to Jesse, spend the money, record the song, and
oh my god,
okay. Yeah, it was so fun. And honestly, for me too, like it was just another thing to practice filmmaking. So
yeah, is that your gig? Your gig is filmmaking? Like you're in that industry?
Yeah, I work in film in Vancouver. So I've been doing that since over 10 years.
What other videos did you do then? Did you work on the Dead Quiet video?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't do the Dead Quiet. I did Baptist. I did Blood Mines video. We did one actually. We did one for Budos Band, which became their official video.
For who? Sorry.
Budos Band. They're from New York. They're like a 10-piece Afrobeat band from New York.
Okay. You did their official video.
Yeah, there was a contest, and then it was like, come up with a video, and if we choose it, it'll be our official video. And then
Whoa.
we came up with it the night before we shot it, and actually Nate was the star of it. He didn't really know he was gonna be.
Why did not?
But yeah, they were like, "Yeah, this is our official video." We're like, "Cool."
Whoa.
So that was fucking rad. And then just a few promo things here and there. And then I did that short film a couple years ago.
Which one
So,
was
yeah.
that again? Which was the short film?
Compulsion?
Compulsion. I didn't check that out.
Oh, really? I'm gonna
No.
send it to you.
Oh man, how did it do?
Benji, yo, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, buddy.
Hey!
How you
I'm
doing?
good.
Good, man. Good to see you.
Oh, is this Taker Wide?
This is it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not live, but whatever. Man,
We're doing it.
we're doing
killer.
it.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, Steve.
Good to see you too, man. Fuck, I was just saying the record's the track is bananas, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll send you the record.
I already
If you want.
pre-ordered it. It's all good. So
Oh, jeez, you're a nice
Dude.
fella.
I have to. I'd be the biggest piece of shit if I was like, "Hey, come on the show," and then like, "Hey, send me the record."
Yeah,
No. Well, listen,
That's
I
fine,
won't.
man.
I won't keep you guys too long. I just have actually just a couple more questions. Just we were talking about the 80s video thing. So who wrote the fucking, what is it, Tears of a Working Man? Is that what it's called?
Oh, go for the Grove. That was some. I came up with the bones for it, and then we fleshed it out with these guys. It was just like we got to start it like like a Folgers commercial, like the beer. Like we just listened to. It was a Busch beer commercial from like '86. We're like, that's the blueprint, man. And then
Oh my
we
God.
just got beers. We went to Nate's with a couple acoustics and fucking came together in a day.
In one day. And like, oh, it's so, I don't know. I was so confused when I started watching. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was I thought it was just like a short, like a little skit. And then that was going to be the end of it. And then it's like, oh my God,
Yeah, well,
the promo for the record.
yeah, and that's perfect. If
Oh
we
my
can
God.
confuse as many people, that's great.
It's hilarious. And you know what? That kind of goes to what we were saying about not the essence, but maybe the essence, but like, it's fun. It's you guys don't take yourselves too serious, which for me, like a band that crushes and also doesn't take themselves super serious, it makes like that feel good sort of vibe. It's like, I want to be a part of this. I want to be in that video. I want to be like at that show. I want to listen to the
That's
record.
rad. Yeah, I'm stoked that comes across because
Oh.
I don't think we could do it honestly any other way. If we were like, we sound kind of angry, so we gotta come across angry. That's just totally not it. We'd be like, fuck guys, we can't. I'm sorry. Like,
Fucking man.
we couldn't go through with it.
So I'll do if it's cool. Could I play Red Death in the episode?
Yeah, fuck
Okay.
please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I do like the Hibzine thing, which is just where I put some music in from the guests.
Awesome.
So I'll edit it afterwards. But so yeah, people listening, you can pre-order the record now. Waingro.bandcamp.com. It'll be in the description for the show. And you're gonna listen to Red Death right here.
Check
was. Okay, cool. Nice.
Perfect.
But yeah, I think that's it, man. What's your Instagram again? What?
I'm Brian Tall. Oh wait.
Oh,
You want my
whatever.
personal
Yeah,
one?
yours or the band's or.
Oh yeah. Well, we're. Oh fuck. What is it? Waingro _van.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's
Yeah, Waingro _van.
Okay, cool. And then waingro.bandcamp.com. This comes out in the fall.
Yeah.
Man, but yeah, real pleasure to talk. Like I won't keep you. I
You
know
too, man.
jamming is. Just leave this on. I'll just watch you guys jam and I'll record it.
Hey, got it. I'm sure that will sound great.
Yeah. Awesome, man. No, listen.
No,
though.
that's,
Thank
thanks
you.
for having us, man.
No, man. Thank you guys, man. Hopefully the record does well. I'm sure it'll be fine. And yeah, maybe we'll see you guys later in the fall.
Oh, dude, October. We'll see you no matter what.
Cheers.
We'll see you for sure, man.
Nice run in India.
Yeah, what? Nice
You
red.
said Miss Running into you.
Oh, I thought he said nice red India. I was like, what is he talking about?
What the heck is that Benny on about?
That's Benji.
Benji's crazy.
He's a couple deep already.
It's okay. I'll try to follow suit here as I'm editing this thing. Listen, guys, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you, man. Appreciate the support, buddy. We'll
No
see you
problem. See you guys later.
Later.
soon. See you, buddy.
Peace. All right, thanks for listening, everybody. Thank you so much. Make sure you provide support to my sponsors. Brewed Biscuits, go to twospentgrains.ca. That's how you order your pet treats. They're all natural pet treats, simple, local, fresh. Heartbeathotsauce.com to find out where you can pick up a bottle of hot sauce in your local grocery store. He has them everywhere. Kevin Rigo of Hefner Toyota. He's in Kitchener, 3121 King Street East. Go see him. Mention the show. Get special pricing on new vehicles. Who else? Oh, Ironclad Graphics, ironcladgraphics.com for your silk screening needs. They ship coast to coast, competitive. Give them an email. And wellingtonbrewery.ca for the beers. Just making sure I got all of them. Yeah, as always, thank you guys for listening. You can order shirts if you guys want. Takerwide.com has all the info. I have the pins. I have the Kite Life patches you can pick up. There'll be more guests coming down the pipe. And as always, yeah, for real, guys, thank you so much for listening and giving a shit about this. That's it. Love you. Bye.